Hello, everybody. Every single week, we are blessed with a brand new episode of 1923 and realize over and over again how good this show is. Yellowstone Universe has never disappointed us so far, so it's not exactly shocking to see yet another good quality show come out within the universe. However, we have to admit that we have never thought a spin-off series in the universe can challenge the success of the original one, the good old Yellowstone. Yet here we are, contemplating the very real possibility of 1923 being the best show in the universe as of today. With 6 episodes alone, the show has managed to be legendary for us, the Yellowstone fans, with the 6th episode solidifying what kind of an epic journey we are witnessing. Based on the events of episode 6, it is certain that 1923 will have one of the most thrilling finals in the Yellowstone universe, and we cannot wait for it. So, let's take a look at what happened in the newest episode of the show and have an idea of what to expect from the series final. The episode has started with Tiana trying to cover up her traces so that the monsters in the boarding school cannot find her. During the incident, she and her companion burned down everything except for the Bible, citing that they are afraid of the Christian God doing any harm to them as a punishment in return. Since Taylor Sheridan, the creator of the series, is not particularly known for religious discussions in his shows despite the strong philosophical undertones, this was a precious scene for us to contemplate on. Then we saw that the officers were already after Tiana, and it was very smart of her not to go back to her family home as her grandmother is killed by an officer in cold blood. The scene was so chilling that we doubt the officers of the era were basically sociopaths who had no care for human life. In the meantime, Cara Dutton has been covering up for Jacob's spot, looking for trustworthy livestock agents. Despite interviewing a bunch, she could only find 3 since the majority of the applicants were misogynist, talentless pricks. In the end, she decided to let the officials know what Banner had done to the family, deciding that Jacob's pride will become the end of the ranch. In Jacob's opinion, they should fight for their own revenge instead of going through the official channels. In Cara's opinion, however, vengeance is no way out. When Jacob got angry at her for exposing him in such a way and forcing him to give a statement against Banner, she said, "It's not even justice, it's vengeance you seek." These words became impactful on Jacob as he found his strength back and started to ride horses again. Then he came back to Cara and explained why he does what he does. He said, "I'm going to kill them because the man who builds cities always sends men like Banner first." Jacob foresees that Montana is one step away from turning into Chicago or New York. As he expressed, this paradise will become another concrete desert. So he is doing everything to preserve Montana's nature, which is a concept very much familiar to any Yellowstone fan. It seems like Duttons have a family tradition of putting Montana's well-being before everything, as they have a peculiar environmentalist approach towards the state. Then we witnessed the tragedy that Alexandra and Spencer were going on as they were surrounded by sharks and were in terrible need of a bit of luck. After spending hours on the ocean, desperately trying to survive, a ship has finally found them and saved their lives. The captain of the ship was beyond kind towards the couple, even enabling them to get married on board with the rings of the dead sailors. It was far from a dreamy ceremony, but it was romantic beyond imagination. The young lovers were finally officially together, hopeful and determined to reach Montana together. That being said, the dialogue they had in the aftermath of their ceremony was very much worried for the future of the couple, as it felt like a foreshadowing of some upcoming events. Spencer said the following, "The universe was telling me to leave you back. I was too selfish to do that," referring to all the terrible things that they have gone through since they have come together, from the lion attacks to the ship accident. Then he said, "My dream is that universe is wrong and you'll be mine." In response, Alexandra said, "I go where you go, even if it's the death of me." Now, all we get from this speech is that something will happen to Alexandra and she will end up dying at a very young age just because she chose to be with Spencer. This means she might be the last victim of Banner's attacks on the Duttons and got sacrificed during the family's revenge venture. This would absolutely wreck Spencer to the point of driving him to take his own life. Although we don't even want to think about such a possibility, it would be a good explanation for why we don't have any information on the whereabouts and descendants of Spencer. Still, we are holding on to the slightest bit of hope that the couple will survive the family's battle in Montana and will end up launching their own ranch in a faraway land, spending their long life in peace together. We know that the current ship will take them to Marseilles, from where they will find yet another ship sailing to the U.S. It's been a long journey, and we are not sure when will they arrive in Montana to fight for the family's revenge. Since there are rumors that 1923 will get a 2nd season despite the announcement of yet another prequel series titled 1944, we believe the season final will witness Spencer and Alexandra arriving in Montana, and then in 2nd season, we will witness the true revenge of the Duttons. Do you see a happy future for Alexandra and Spencer? Whose perspective do you like the most when it comes to the Duttons' fight against a guy like Banner, Cara, or Jacob? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you for watching. See you soon.